What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by, your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. I'm doing a cool video today. This is going to be a new video in a series that I'm going to be doing on uh, learning how to hunt and learning how to activate parks on the air. And this is a really cool one because if you're a hunter and you don't utilize this, you're missing out. We're going to be talking POTA Plus today. And because I'm not a hunter, I'm no expert, I do have somebody going to come talk to me about it. But that's what we're going to do today. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So, as promised, I did bring somebody out to tell us a little bit about this because we all know that I'm the activator side of this, and I'd rather somebody more experienced in hunting share this with you. So, we're going to bring out my good friend Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, what's up, guys?
If you don't know Mike, you're probably not an activator. He's not been as busy as he used to be because he's been working all the time now. But this
It's
guy's
true.
always been hunting, big time hunter. So. Mike, we're going to let you tell us a little bit about POTA Plus.
Yeah, sure. POTA Plus is a really interesting um, addition to the already useful POTA.app website as we know it, because it'll add utilities and a lot more usefulness to the site. You know, of course, POTA keeps changing the website and making it more useful and making it better. But the guys at POTA Extension Plus have been adding stuff that's just really useful, and it makes a great addition of tools for your hunting abilities. Let me just bring it up and I'll show you what it can do. And here we go. All right. So this is the we all know POTA.app site where all the spots are at, you know. And as you can see, it's not your typical POTA.app. All right, there's a lot more stuff going on here, a lot more information about where you can actually, for instance, I have here Kilo 3 Romeo Tango Sierra. If I click here on this on this link, it will automatically change my radio to that frequency and mode, so I can work this particular ham activator, and it will show me a lot of information, like what's his name, what he's hunted, how many activations he's done. Shows me the park location, and shows me the distance and the coordinates for me to point my rotor. Although, since I also have my rotor set up with the POTA Plus browser extension, I can just go ahead and click rotate, and it will rotate my antenna for me as well. So, and of course, these are the last spots he's had on POTA.app. You can check them out, and I can go to anybody on here and just see it changes, and I can just rotate the antenna. The radio automatically turns to that frequency, that particular frequency for this activator. And also, I can just go ahead, hit QSL. It'll bring up this window, and I can either spot him, regular spot. I can spot him and automatically log him into my logging software. I can just log him and not spot him. But if I go ahead and spot and log, it will automatically do the spotting on the app page, and it will go ahead and put him on my log. Because I have everything set up. Cancel because I haven't worked this particular ham radio. So if I show you here in the options, these are all the options you can change on the POTA Plus extension. Okay? And I have set up rig control, where it will automatically change the frequency I click on. I have my rotor control set up, so it will turn my antenna rotor to that particular park, and I have my logging software set up. So it does all these things for me without even, having to touch the radio. I can just sit back and just click and hear. If I can hear them, I can work them, give or take. It's not always like that, but So I click, I hear him, I have the Vox, just sitting back, call him up, he gives me my RST, I click QSL and log, and boom. And that's it. Next guy, next. And of course, up here it shows how many parks I've hunted so far, unique parks. I'm pretty close to 3,000 now. Late shifts, I have 411, and I'm closing in on the 450 award, which last time we talked, you were way ahead of me, and I'm sure you're still way ahead of me. But I've since went from 100 to 411. It shows me my latest awards earned, and if I go right up here and I just hover over it, which it wants to be a little picky. All right, click, I guess. It shows me a bunch of information. What have I got on NCC Activator, N1 SCC Activator as a hunter? My operator to operator, what are my latest, supposedly with November 1, Juliet Romeo, November Romeo, I have 819 QSOs, and so forth and so on. All right, these can be all copied, so if you want to put them on an Excel spreadsheet. Also, my awards earned, I have them all here. What are my latest and all my awards? Right there. And if we bring this down, my activations, and I can also copy these as a comma separated value if I want to put them on a spreadsheet or do whatever I want. If I want to go into the options like I showed you, I just right click options, and it brings up the options as we saw before. Now, in the options, I can enable my award summaries, enable needed parks, enable needed worked all stations. It'll warn you that this particular park is needed for your worked all stations. Enable needed locations, and so forth and so on. We have additional spot filters. We have hide spotter detail. I don't want to see that. Hide comments detail. I can just go ahead and click it. As you can see up here and in the corner, it shows the UTC right there. This is an option that I can actually click here and have the UTC as a tab title. Abbreviate spot times. This is, if you want to conserve space, instead of saying 5 minutes ago, just says 5, and so forth and so on. You can even show your SFI A and K info. Show solar widget. I'm just going to turn these on to show you. Show selected activator profile. That's what shows up on top. And it even, for those guys who are novice and so forth, it will show you out of band warning for US general class. So it'll let you know that you can't really work that particular ham. It will show QRZ.com, reference links, RBN, and PSK reporter, so you can see that if that more information on that specific activator. The home QTH right here is if you want that direction to that particular activator, you have to put it in here, so it shows you the correct distance and the azimuth to that particular activator as well. Debugging mode, of course, this software has a couple of bugs, so sometimes the guys who are developing the software might need to know a little more information, so you turn on debugging mode. A great place to get information about this POTA Plus extension is, of course, in Slack. There's a channel called POTA Plus extension. Where you go check for your POTA stuff, there's also a channel there called POTA Plus extension, and that's where you get most of all your information. All right, to run it. Now they do have. This is where you get it. This is where you get it. It's dwestbrook dwestbrook.net slash project slash POTA Plus, and I'm sure James will put the link in the description for all you guys. And it features here are all the features and how you can make it look like. And these are all. It works. Real-time notifications based on your award status from POTA app. Logging options directly from your browser. There's no need to interact with your browser. Just this web page. Uh, and it works. It works with. There's a little software that you have to install. It's not hard to install. It's not at all. All the information is on this page. It works with DX Lab Suite, DX Keeper, Log4OM, which is what I use and recommend for all your home log needs. AC Log, Logger 33, and they keep adding more and more logbook software to this app. Rig control options. It requires again their little proprietary software. It's just a little software that runs semi in the background, and it takes care of all these connections between your radio, your rotor, and your logbook. But you can use OmniRig, and all these others will control your radio as well. And you can see here all the different options that you can have it in table view, of course, and it even does scan function, where you can click and have it scan, and it'll just go from one activator to the other on your radio without you touching the dial. And once you hear someone that once you get to a park that you can actually hear them, you can stop and work that particular park. Here we have some screenshots. This is all from their page. It works like I said. This is what I use, Log4OM, and it's instant. It goes straight in. You can download it. It tells you how to install it. It is a Chrome extension, mind you. It is a Chrome extension. It will only work with Chrome. It won't work with Edge or Firefox or any of those web browsers. You have to use it with Chrome. Okay, but that's already the web browser I use on a day-to-day basis, so it makes no difference to me. But all you have to, it tells you everything, how to install it, everything, how to make it work with your logbook, and everything. And all right, these are the new features that are coming on. They keep telling you these are the latest features that are worked on. And see, there have been many, many, many versions of this. I started way, way back in the beginning, where all it did was change the frequency on your radio. That was already a game changer. Because if I can go here and just okay, I want to choose SSB, and I want to choose 20 meters. Sorry. And I can just go ahead and click, and just go through these different operators, and I can see up here I don't have this park. I have 4 contacts with this particular ham radio, but these parks are all new. I've worked this one. Here we can see I've worked this particular park, so maybe I won't work him if I don't want to. But all these parks are new to me, so I could just go ahead and QSY, and the radio automatically goes to that frequency, and I'm golden. I can rotate my antenna to that particular park and just call out if I'm using Vox or a foot switch for my PTT. Usually I prefer Vox, which has been troubling sometimes because once you get a little excited, everybody hears about it. But again, there's also they have a documents website that you can, if you go here, let me go to the top again. Sorry guys, real quick. PDF documentation and screenshots, and that of course brings you to this website, and it's a more in-depth of everything that you have, the award tracking options, enable needed worked all stations, locations, N1CC, how you can customize it, remove, hide comments, hide spotter, UTC. Like I told you, everything is in here. Remember I told you about the solar widget? It'll show on the POTA.app. And if I refresh this web page, I should have it because as you saw, I changed it in the options right there. It'll show it. I also, in a different way, have these are their hide spots, where instead of these, I can have all, and just control it here. I want to hide. I don't want to see CW. I just click there. I don't want SSB. I just click there. Or I can show everything. I don't want to see 10 meters. I can just go ahead and click. Don't want to see it. I don't want to see Japan. I don't want to see Greece, or stuff like that. It's just highly customizable to delete, to whatever you want to show on your POTA.app. I don't usually use this because I prefer using here and just, okay, I want SSB and I just want 20 meters for me. This is how I usually use it, so I don't use hide spots. So I can just go up here and remove additional spot filters. Go back to the page, refresh, and you see it hides the additional spot filters right there. All I have now is how I would like it. Well, of course, the bands are pretty awful, so oh well, it happens. But going back to the options, it's an amazing app. If all you use it, of course, you use it as you want. Of course, if you don't have a rotor, don't turn on your rotor. But I think the most useful part of this particular browser extension for POTA.app, the only one there is, as far as I know, is the ability to just click and go to that frequency and mode and see if you can hear them. If you can hear them, you can try and work them. And the fact that you can go ahead and QSL and just instantly log them, and it's done. That's all you need to do. I don't even need to touch my logging software or anything like that. I use it also on FT8 because once you log it on FT8, the problem is it doesn't carry to your logbook software the park information. It doesn't, all that information gets lost. And when you're doing it by hand, you have to waste time inputting the POTA information, the park number, so forth. Here, I can, as soon as I click log, automatically all this information, the park reference, the frequency, what my RST was. If I sent him, it was a 5.5, and he gave me a 5.2. If there were other ops, let's say this op, if there was multiple parks, it will, in the logging software, it will log the first activator and with all this information, and then log the second. So it'll basically make two contacts for this particular spot, for this particular park, because I worked more than one operator. So it makes two log entries for this. It's very, very nice. And I can just, after logging, I can just go ahead and click on the next one, see if I can hear them, and work them. And all I use is a mouse click for all the activations, for everything. So to me, this is a game changer.
I mean, it definitely sounds like it to me. You were talking about just moving from the frequencies. Yes, yeah, that's a big help. But one thing I think would be a big help is where you can log it like that, because I can't tell you as an activator how many emails a week I get with somebody saying, "Hey, I forgot to get the time wrote down right," and blah 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 blah, and I can't confirm with you. And if you're just clicking buttons and doing it right then and there, you ain't sending an activator all these emails waiting on him.
No, not at all. Because if I work him, I just click QSL and spot and log. Automatically, it spots the activator, which makes him happy and makes us all happy because we know he's still on the frequency, still working. and automatically logs with all the necessary information: time, frequency, park reference, activator call sign. Everything is right there. And the good thing is, like I said, other ops, what was your transmitted power and so forth. I can just go ahead and keep clicking, and you know, and it'll add all these other ops. You know, those old the you know. I'm gonna pass the mic to, and you can just click, add them all. If he's working a two for, three for, four for, a 5-in-1, you can just add them all, and it'll automatically input all these things into your log software. Now,
So,
you do have to use the software that they. For now, these are the software the logging software, but I mean, these are the best. I think these are the best and the most comprehensible. I know there's a lot of people that use all different softwares for their logging preferences, but to me, I believe Log for Old Man is like I said, the bee's knees for everything. This is what I use, and if you give it a minute, and see, this was a POTA that I made last night. And you can see everything is filled out, all the necessary information. Here's his park, at what time it was, and so forth and so on. So, I mean, it's just all these parks are POTAs that I've made QSOs with, and if they're on, because yes, because I've been working a lot of FT8. If you check here, it's all FT4, FT8, and so forth and so on. But well, some SSB, yeah, the weekends usually. But what I'm saying, all the information is right there. Now, if you log them, because these are also POTAs, but they were using FT8 and they weren't on the spot page, so I can't use the spot page to log them. So I have to use something else to spot them. But this is a wonderful tool, and it to me, since the beginning, it was an absolute game changer. The fact that I could just instantly click on someone and just change the bands. And remember, I told you scan function. I can just click scan, and I will sit here, and it will change the frequency on the radio to all these different operators, and I can just sit here and see if one of them comes up, and I can hear them. There's so many, and they're always adding new function to the software. Like I said, they're very active on Slack. If you have any trouble installing it or have any more in-depth questions, just go ahead to Slack. I think it's David. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry, but it's I believe it's David. And I'm sorry. Yeah, David, Kilo 2 Delta Whiskey. Uh, Direct message them at hashtag Proj POTA Plus browser extension channel on the POTA Slack Workspace, and he's very helpful. And the guys there in the POTA Slack uh, channel extension channel, they will help you. And he's been amazing. He's always developing the this browser extension, which, like I said, it has been a game changer for me. Just wonderful. Just the fact that it changes the frequency for you, logs it, and of course this was added this month. The capability, because this was actually something that I asked for, which was the fact that I could just rotate my antenna. My directional, I have a 10 element tribander on top of a 45 foot tower, and just the fact that I can just go here, click rotate to this specific park, because I had to go do a very workaroundish kind of. I had to click here, put it on my rotor software. Now I can just go ahead and click. This was added this month, and it's also been very helpful. When you're working POTA activators in Europe, you need to turn that beam all the way around, and I do it all hands-free. All I do is click the mouse. I know this is sometimes a little more automatic than people would feel comfortable with, but you need to work smarter, not harder. I don't fiddle with VFOs or anything. If it's in POTA app, spotted on the POTA app, I can just click and go. It's click, go, do the QSO, log it, done. Next. So I can sit here and in 10 minutes, I can have 4 or 5 QSOs just by clicking and automatically logging it and so forth. Like SSB, of course, it's already an SSB. I can just go ahead and click, and the radio goes to that frequency. Charlie United 3 Hotel Yankee. All right, I come up here usually, and I'll say, all right, Troy, you're 5'9". Thank you very much, 7'3", and I'll go QSL, spot and log, next, and I'm ready for the next guy. Automatically, it disappears from my. All the hunteds will disappear, and I'll just dwindle this list down. I'll start with 10, and if I work them all, I'll come out with 0, and this page will be cleared. This is what I call clearing the board. It's when I've done everyone, and I can't do them all, certainly, but I can try. So clearing the board for me is hiding all of these because I've worked them. Now, of course, you need the time to do that, and work kills you sometimes with that. I'd like to say something. I'm not an expert on the software. I'm sure there are a lot more features that, other people have found useful. This is my case experience with it. I love it. I wouldn't be able to work POTA the way I've been able to do it without this particular extension. It brings a lot of usefulness, a lot of new things to the POTA webpage. This is not particularly endorsed by the POTA franchise, but it has been a game changer. And if you're a hunter and you're serious about your hunting and you're not using this, you need to give yourself a chance and try it out. You will definitely not regret it.
Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Let's see if I can get myself back on the screen here. Alrighty. So I definitely think it'll be a game changer, and I'm putting this video in a series of videos that I'm doing for teaching people how to hunt and how to activate and stuff like that. And actually, I think I'm going to add a few more in just the POTA Plus series. I probably will go ahead and do one of just a full install,
Yep.
me installing it on the computer, and that way people can see how that's done. And
Great idea.
I'll get Mike to send me the links to where everything is and the Slack page, and I'll put all that in the description there. So it'll be a really good thing. But another game changer with it is, if you're hunting those unique parks, it can show you right there. Oh, I need this one. I
Yeah,
don't want to hunt. I don't want to hunt these 3. Right, I'll come back and get these 3. But
exactly.
I want to get this one while he's there because I need that. So I mean
Yep,
that's a game changer. So all
definitely.
right, Mike, I really appreciate it.
This
It's
is my
been
pleasure.
fun, and we will do more videos on the POTA Plus. Thanks everybody for watching. If you like this video, make sure and subscribe and smash that like button, guys. And we'll end it showing the Patreons